everybody, welcome back to the Waifu and the Weeb. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself. It's your boy Dante.
Nobody calls you that.
Everyone calls me that.
Who? Name a person. That's not you.
Archie. I have a robe that says otherwise.
Yeah, you made it.
I didn't make it though. I was gifted that robe.
Who gifted it to you?
You. You don't recall that?
Sounds like fake news to me.
That's crazy. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to put it on the screen so they can see I'm not lying.
How would that prove that I bought it? Yeah.
Anyway.
Hi guys, it's me. The reason you're all here, the reason that you stay and watch, it's me, the waifu, the best part of this podcast.
And
for sure.
I am the man, the myth, the legend himself. It's the Weeb.
Nobody cares. They're not here for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just the consolation prize here.
Jeez.
Hey.
Jeez.
You got to know who you are, you know? You got to know where your bar is and you got to live there. You know?
should rise above the bar.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome back to the Waifu and the Weeb. I am the Weeb.
I am the waifu.
And that's Archie over there. I don't know if you guys can see him on camera, but he's over there.
It's my dog.
Yeah, he's over there going to sleep. But yep, this is a show on the other channel called First Impressions, where we go over the first 1 to 3 episodes of an anime of my choosing or y'all's choosing.
Never my choosing.
Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not.
Yay.
But yep, I am the unapologetic anime connoisseur of the household.
Butter lips over here.
But yep, I choose an anime, either something you all have recommended, or something that's really popular in the fandom, or just something I really enjoy that I want her to give her take on. And we watch the first 1 to 3 episodes, depending on how good or bad it is. She has the leeway to drop it if it's if it's not good, or if she doesn't like it, or if I like it too much. You know, who knows? We don't really know what her criteria is for dropping anime. So, yeah, after that first 1 to 3 episodes, we sit down and we talk about soundtrack, opening, ending. We talk about the music, characters, the plot, and whether or not you would continue or drop it. So, welcome. This is First Impressions.
First impressions.
That was good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Got a new jingle over here, you know what I'm saying? That's it. We got the cheese. But today we are talking about what should have won if Don didn't win Anime of the Year for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. We all know Solo Leveling bought the Anime of the Year and a bunch of other categories.
Everything it got.
They bought the judges.
How did they buy the judges? Wasn't it fans who voted? Isn't that what you told me? That
They
fans
bought the
voted?
judges.
They bought y'all?
Not me. I voted for Don. I voted for Don. Don should have won.
But you're saying you would have been the judge.
I don't know. But it didn't deserve to win, is what I'm saying. Solo Leveling
Absolutely
did not deserve to win.
You see the first 2 episodes? Peak cinema.
Of a 12-episode anime?
What? I only watched 3. I can only give you my first impressions.
Okay. It shouldn't have won Anime of the Year.
2 episodes says differently.
Don should have won.
I highly...
In my opinion.
Your opinion is trash. I highly disagree.
That's fair.
The opening should have won.
I mean, I think it did win opening.
Yeah, the opening deserved it, but the anime?
Yes.
You're a liar.
You only watched the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
And you enjoyed it.
There was some dicey moments in there.
Yeah, especially in the premiere.
It was way less dicey in Solo Leveling.
It was way less dicey. He was getting eviscerated by stone people.
That was a great time.
People were getting torn limb from limb, getting sliced in half.
And it was...
literally getting diced.
It was a blast.
I'm going to head up.
Let me tell y'all why.
The first two episodes, Solo Leveling, absolutely great.
Peak cinema.
Everything after that is very mid. She doesn't agree that Don should have won. It's okay to have different opinions, even if they're wrong. But this week we are talking about what I feel like if Don didn't win, this should have won. It definitely shouldn't have lost to Solo Leveling. But we're talking about Apothecary Diaries, or in other words, Sherlock Holmes in a wig during Imperial times. Apothecary Diaries is an anime from 2024, produced by Studio OLM, and the genre tags are mystery and historical. And I think you can throw drama in there because there's drama in there too.
Just say it's a drama. Like, why they gotta add all the other stuff?
Because it's a historical.
I've seen some of the animes you watch, and it don't be having those type of tags. It just be like, it'd be one genre, but it should have been like another. Like, why did they add all this to Apothecary Diaries?
Because it's Apothecary Diaries. It stands in a league of its own. So it deserves multiple tags.
No. No. I won't be a part of this.
Hey, listen. Spoiler-free synopsis, though.
Okay.
Maomao is a poison-loving, medicine-loving apothecary who gets kidnapped as she's out gathering herbs, and she is forced to work in the rear palace of the emperor's palace. It's basically where the emperor keeps all his concubines and their ladies in waiting and their servants and whatnot. So it's basically her trying to use her wits and ingenuity to solve the mysteries that she's tasked with solving, and also trying to keep her head down so it don't get cut off. Because back in the day, you said the wrong things to the wrong person.
Off with your head, boy.
Oh, man. But yeah, the Apothecary Diaries is one of those anime where I feel like it has more universal appeal than a lot of the obscure anime that I typically enjoy. Because, one, the premise is easy to follow. So you get Don, like from last week, and you got aliens, supernatural entities, spirit mediums, and it's kind of hard to describe what it's about.
Yeah.
And then you can get a clip.
Because you still were not able to, unless you read it, to tell me what that was about.
But yeah, no, I do feel like Apothecary Diaries is way easier to explain than Don. Mainly because
it's not
Don is
crazy.
Yeah, it's not as absurd as Don is.
Because it is absurd.
It is absurd. I give you that. It's off the wall bonkers.
Yes.
And I enjoy every minute of it. Apart from the aliens trying to have their way with people. Apart from that, great anime. But yeah, Apothecary Diaries, it sets itself apart. Like a lot of people who don't watch a lot of the seasonal anime that comes out every season. When Apothecary Diaries premiered, it was one of the most popular anime that came out during the season that it was airing, because it was, I don't want to say normal, but
normal is the correct. Normal is the correct word.
It's a mystery show. First things first, the characters. Who would you say was your favorite character?
Maomao.
Yeah, Maomao.
Hands down.
She absolutely should have won Character of the Year.
I agree.
But they gave it to Sung from Solo Level, and to this day it still pisses me off, because Maomao's depth of character is leagues above Sung's.
I agree. She has a rich backstory that just keeps, the more you watch, it just keeps unfolding, and you like, what? What? So
and
I do
also
agree.
she looks like a cat sometimes.
Don't even know how that matters.
It absolutely matters. You ain't never seen Sung get cat ears.
I've seen him become ground beef. So
I'll take a cat over ground beef any day.
I mean, some people disagree.
I think that's why she liked Maomao so much, because she be acting like a cat. Yeah, I think she has an affinity with Maomao because of their cat-like features.
Not a cat.
Yeah.
I don't act like a cat at all.
Okay.
Maomao is great.
Was she the only character you like, though? Out of all the ones
I liked
that were on the show?
the pretty boy they want everybody to like.
Oh, Jinshi?
Yeah, because he real smug.
Yeah.
He real smug, but I love their dynamic because he can't get her.
Yeah.
The way that he can with everybody else, and I love seeing that struggle within himself, because he's like, why won't this work?
It's just effortless with all the other women.
Yeah, and then they just, and she just be,
Yep. It's funny, like, you can make that a drinking game with like if you take a shot every time she reacts negatively to his presence,
You're gonna be drunk.
You're gonna be out of there.
You're gonna be toasted.
Because almost every time he interacts with her, he just keep trying to get close to her, and she just like, leave me alone.
His assistant is just like, please. You gotta stop treating him like that. If people see him like that, they gonna think negatively of him. I really need you to treat him better.
It's like, why he don't talk to Jinshi though?
And he be behind him, like when she about to, he be like, please just don't do it.
It's like, please stop looking at him like he's a disgusting insect. Please.
She's like, what? You can see it? You're not hiding your faces.
I don't know why she thought she was hiding that as well as she thought she did. It don't make sense. Like, it's super obvious.
She think it's in her head. I've been there before.
I'm aware. Again, this is why Maomao is your favorite character. That's another parallel between the two of y'all. Y'all do not hide y'all disdain for people very well.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Absolutely.
You can't name a time I haven't. My face is very
Jim Carrey trash. NANI? You see that? It was, if y'all
let's
just the split second before she caught herself, her face started to contort in anger.
Let's not.
I just wanted to see.
Let's not get crazy.
I wanted to see.
Let's stay on the Apothecary Diary. Because it could get crucial here.
Was there anybody you didn't like from the characters? They didn't really have a robust cast yet, but
yeah, I mean, I gave them grace, but I didn't like how they were treating Maomao at first. Mm-hmm. But again, like I gave them grace because I understood that this is how they take care of them. So it was the concubine and her ladies in waiting, the one who was basically she was dying. Yeah, and she was literally dying. And the emperor was like, "Yeah, can you help?" And
it wasn't even a request.
Yeah, he was like, "You gotta go.
So you gonna help her?
You gotta get her to feel better."
A direct order from the emperor.
Like. But yeah, and they was like, "You trying to feed her slop? You're trying to kill her." And it's like y'all are literally doing what y'all say she's doing, and they just keep kicking her out. They irked me, but again, like I didn't fully dislike them because I understood where they were coming from. It's like they've been taking care of her this whole time, and to see her being fed porridge has to be like, you think that she's beneath your concubine, and we not gonna have that. Yeah. So like I get it, but it's also like, do y'all want y'all heads to be off because the emperor sent her? Like it's not she sent herself.
Right. She ain't just decided to come here and be like, yeah, I'm a fix this for y'all.
Right.
It's like literally the one who you want, the concubine you serving, he's the one who told her to come here. Yep. Like your concubine wants to be in his good graces. Yep. And y'all just put aside the fact that they doing the most, and that's causing her health to stay bad. Mm-hmm. Just the fact that he sent Maomao and y'all impeding her progress, which would then make him not want to visit y'all concubine because y'all not letting the person he instructed to do something do what he instructed them to do.
And if she don't succeed, there's a high probability that her head is not attached to her body.
And y'all y'all heads gonna be following suit. Right. Everybody, it's gonna be roll. Everybody heads roll.
Like heads will roll.
Yeah, literally. It's like and I'm of the same mind. Like I understand why they was trying to give their concubine the stuff like the crab, all the rich foods. Yeah. But if she's dying, she doesn't have a strong enough, and Maomao says as much, she doesn't have a strong enough stomach to take that, which is why she was trying to give her the porridge, the rice water, the soups. Like, she has to gain strength back in her body before she can eat all of the stuff. So it makes sense why they were still doing it.
Yeah, and they weren't versed in
medicine,
holistic ways to make her feel better. They were just like, no, this is her favorite stuff. Let's give her favorite stuff. She's clearly just sad. Like, no, she was poisoned and her body is weak.
And speaking of the poison.
Yeah, she was wild.
Like, so if y'all watched the few episodes, y'all will know that it's a poisonous powder. It was makeup, and the poisonous powder made her lose her child. And they kept putting the banned poisonous powder on her face to keep her looking pretty. And they was doing it because they thought she would have wanted to keep looking pretty, even though she wasn't feeling good. But Maomao, when she discovered that the powder was on her
that
face,
switch, she was like, "You do her makeup, right?" And then they'll walk over to her. I was like, "Oh, okay, so she gonna talk to her in her face." The smack and the drag, I was like, "Maomao."
yeah, Maomao, she grabbed her hair, dragged her to the dresser where the powder
Dumped
was.
the powder on her, and was like, "Yeah, you gonna start feeling like this." Then got in her face, stone cold ice.
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
and it was like, "Go rinse off." I was like, "What is going on?" And then just the switch though, when she realized that she was still there, was like, she's like,
You got
oh,
super
no.
nervous. Yep. It was like, dang it, I didn't know he was here. I didn't need him to see that. But yeah, that's what I love about her character though. Like she's very aloof. She's very standoffish. She's very, I want to mind my own business. But when she's entrusted with a task, especially if medicine or poison is involved, she gets super enthusiastic. If she get access to tools to make her medicines, get access to tools to taste poison or to test stuff on herself, because that's what she does.
Yeah.
She becomes a completely different person.
Yeah.
Like she lights up.
She does. She's like, "This is my element. This is me."
But like it's a complete mode switch, and then it's another mode switch when the patient she's trying to help, when she gets impeded on doing what she knows she can do to help them, which is why like her like getting down at eye level with old girl after she done dragged her across the room and just like, "You idiot, you killing her. Why would she want something that made her baby die on her face? Like, how does that make sense to you?" And it just showed another facet of her character that it was just further evidence that Sung shouldn't have won anime.
I agree.
Main character of the year. Like,
I do agree with it.
it's just
she's way more layered than he is.
Yeah.
I feel like her stakes are like his like, I know it's different genres.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
but her stakes is more understandable than Sung's is. Like her motivations is very easily digestible. It's like she's an apothecary, so she's making medicine. She knows all this stuff. So when people get sick, she knows what to do. And then you see her do it, and then just the humanness of her is what is really striking. Like she's just as normal as everybody else, but she just sees things differently. But she's a normal person just like they a normal person. And she do this, she do that. But the reveal, I've watched way more than 3 episodes of this. I have merchandise now. I am fully locked in the Apothecary Diaries. So I am not just discussing the 3 episodes when I'm talking about but the reveal of her face.
So you talking about with the
yeah,
makeup?
like the fact that they was like, "Oh, we gotta make you pretty, we gotta make you pretty," and then they wiped her face, and then they like, "Wait, what?" and then it's just like, "Oh yeah, I've been making myself look less attractive, so I didn't get attacked."
Yeah. That was because she works in the entertainment district where it's brothels and stuff like that. So men are constantly coming and going, trying to have sex with all the women there. And then if they leave because they can't afford the women, then they just assault women on the street. So she puts freckles on her face. That's what I still don't understand. 'Cause she's still pretty with the freckles. Yeah, but I guess people don't like freckles when you have women who.
But it's not just the freckles. She has the freckles. She's like short in stature. She's flat. And then she makes her face like she kind of makes it more pale.
Okay,
she flushes herself out.
Got it.
So it's way less like look at
like
me,
sickly.
Like it's way less like look at me. Then it's like why are you
mess with her? Yeah. that makes sense. But yeah, they go to wipe off or they try to do her makeup, and then they realize after they wipe off or after they clean her face up, she's gorgeous.
Yep.
Like she's a beautiful woman. And when they do her makeup and Jinshi sees her, he is speechless.
Yep. Cause he was about to be like, "Who are you?" And then he was, Mao.
He didn't know what she was like. What you looking at, bro? Like,
right. Who did you think I was?
And then she explained to him why she acts the way she, or why she changes her appearance the way she does, and he was like, "What? That's a problem you got to deal with?" Like he was
so apologetic.
Yeah.
I love that she kept asking. She was like, "Do you really want to know, or are you just asking?"
Right.
And then like him actually wanting to know, I was like, dang.
But yeah, I love their relationship though. Even the way it progresses, like she still be standoffish towards him later in the show. It's not as she's not as averse to his presence down the line, but they interactions are still some of my favorite parts of the show, even well into season 2.
Yeah, him. When she found out what was poisoning the concubines, and then she left the notes for him so that they could figure it out. And so the concubine she served now, she's like, I want to thank this person. Can you find them? And Jinshi figures it out who it is, and then he called all the what were they just at the time? They were just servants.
Yep.
Called all the other servants, and then she like, what did I do? Why is he calling everybody? Then he writes something, and like the one with the freckles, stay or don't leave.
Yeah.
And he hold it up, and she's like, nah. He's like, oh no, it's a trap. And then just like his smug, like sharp eye look, I was like, oh,
I love like how he's not just a pretty face.
Yeah.
Like he can be her intellectual equal to some extent.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he can deduce things the way she can as quickly as she can.
Yeah, I think he gets it after she does it, because like when that concubine had got or was about to get poisoned, and she brings in her lady in waiting and she's talking directly to the lady, but she's like, and he's like, yeah, but why did you call her in here? Like, you could have just called why did you call her in here? And she was like, just, warning. Like, he knows, but he don't have, like, all of the facts.
Yeah.
Like she does. Like, he didn't see it, but, like, so it's like he always one step behind, but he's close.
Yeah. Like, and it makes a very good 1-2 character combo, because he's not a bumbling idiot.
Right.
But yeah, it's the characters in the show are really, I would say the character dynamics are really good, because even, like, small side characters can factor into the plot later on. And I love
like
that.
her friend.
Yeah.
Who always got the tea.
Yeah. That's funny though, because that's how she finds out about a lot of the rumors and stuff that go on in the palace.
Which way was she facing?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it started in the east. Like, oh, okay.
Yep.
And I'm like,
and she don't even know that she helping her solve a mystery.
But I love that she didn't leave her. She still comes, she get her food, and she still comes talk to her. I love that little friendship.
Yeah.
We don't see a lot of it since so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But I like it.
I'm pretty sure like she's getting like a spin-off manga.
Oh, nice.
That just follows her around, which she cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
She's very friendly, and she's one of Maomao's closest friends in the palace, so I think it's well deserved.
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't get enough of her in the anime. She does pop up frequently, but not enough to be like a main character.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's a very well-rounded anime.
Yeah. All of them are really layered. Even like the smaller ones that's like you said, like that's not main characters, like they still have layers to them that's like, oh, I wonder why they like that. Like it's making you question, it's making you want more of them. And it's like you don't get that from a lot of shows. Like even in the westerns, you don't get a lot of that. So when you find those, it's like, all right.
Yeah, I like this.
It reminds me of like, it's not a comedy in the way that Schitt's Creek is, but it reminds me of Schitt's Creek, because even all they background character, all of them had their own purpose, and like without this one, this don't work. And it's like Bob, he got a garage, but it's still like he has a story, and it's like bits and pieces that they tell you every time. It's like, oh, he has an awful marriage. What's going on, bro? Like, is he good? It's
funny though, because like the good shows that have an ensemble cast, the supporting characters are like the connective tissue.
Yep.
But yeah, they do a really good job tying all of the characters together. Throwaway lines can actually mean something significant to the plot later down the line. It's just they handle characters and relationships so well. Yeah. And all of the characters feel fully realized. Like they can
all
be
of it
actual
feels
people.
really thoughtful.
Yeah.
And intentional how they put it together. It don't just feel like Don.
Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy that they catch a
Caught a stray.
Like that. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
That you would just disrespect one of the greatest anime of 2024 like that.
Wrong. When
It's not
when
wrong.
Apothecary Diaries came out,
I said
you're
one
wrong.
of the.
It's not even one of them.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
All right.
The opening is great. Dun, 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 dun.
That is one of the best openings. And not to get too far off track, but the opening for the second season, it pales in comparison to the first one. I think you had walked out there in the middle of it when I was watching it.
I thought it was the outro.
Yeah, it's like I love the visuals
It's
on it
cheeks
though.
compared
The visuals
to the
are
first
great.
one.
Yeah, it's hard to top the season one opening.
It feels their vocals fit more with Apothecary Diaries,
I can see that.
but Apothecary Diaries don't even fit Apothecary Diaries.
The visuals are pretty though.
They are pretty, but it gives very much Cher. Do you believe?
Okay.
It gives
So
very much
speaking
that.
of-
Or Christina Aguilera.
I can see that.
Like it
You got
it's,
that guttural
yeah, it's that,
in the back of your throat.
And it's like I don't know what they saying, so I don't really know if this
If it
ties
works,
in. Like if
yeah.
this is like really beautifully tying in. So I don't know, but all I can tell you is just from the sound, the vocal sound of everything, it don't fit the show. It's like, how is this fitting into this show? You know?
So speaking of the opening for Apothecary Diaries, so with the music, whether we talking about soundtrack, opening or ending, because I know you watched the opening for Apothecary Diaries.
I watched the ending too.
Okay, so you watched both, and just like the overall soundtrack, the vibes it presented, do you feel like it added to the show or detracted from it, or you just didn't pay attention to the music in the show? Because with some anime, the soundtracks can almost be like another character. But how do you feel about Apothecary Diaries? Do you think it was done well, or it didn't really wow you, or?
I mean, I won't say it didn't wow me, but I feel like everything was thoughtfully placed, and nothing was too overpowering, as to take away from the show. So I don't, cause like one of the moments I remember the scores being like big is when Jinshi hugs Maomao. Because of her telling him why she wore makeup. So that was really well done, because it's like, oh, okay, that's big, it's emotional, and they did that very well. So I mean, they did it well. I don't know if it was anything that was like that.
Yeah. I was just curious because I know in some anime, like the soundtrack that they use, it's like, and I'm not talking like sound design where the mixing is off or anything like that. It's just like in some scenes it got like a action vibe going, and they talking about what they ate for dinner.
Yeah.
And it's just like that doesn't fit what's happening in this scene. But Apothecary Diaries, I feel, balances it really well because it flip flops between the mysteries that Maomao solves and the goofy side of Maomao, and then the seriousness of the other characters.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of political stuff happening in the palace. Of course, poison attempts, assassination attempts, stuff like that. But it's also some goofy stuff going on, and I feel like the score always matches what's going on, and it helps uplift.
It's never overpowering.
Yeah, it's a good compliment to the scene. So I will say Apothecary Diaries does a really good job with that. I feel like and not to keep harping on Solo Leveling, because I mean it won Anime of the Year. It's just it always seemed like they were trying to have some blood pumping music going, even in scene. Well, I can't say that because they had like orchestral music going when the Stone Guys was happening.
The first two.
Hiro Yuki Sawano gonna do his thing with some music.
Them.
He was the one in charge of Solo
Them
Leveling.
things had me like that score had me stressed.
Yeah.
Especially like when the Stones, they had the worship, and so that orchestra going, I was stressed. The more the music started, and then like I was like, son about to die.
Yeah, like
that music definitely, but with
it heightens everything.
Yeah, it definitely heightened in that. But with Apothecary Diaries, it's like subtle enough that it keep you hooked on the mystery, but the music, you don't even recognize that that's also keeping you emotionally invested.
I was like, what? That's a song playing in the background.
Yep.
I was wondering why I felt like that.
Yeah, because you
It
just like
does really well.
you're like,
Mm-hmm. A lot of it starts really low, and then it doesn't register until we've gotten to the emotional part of the scene.
Yeah, they subliminally tricking me.
Yep.
I'm like, don't you trick me like that.
Yeah, it was really good. Visuals, always pretty. Like Apothecary Diaries has some of the best animation and the prettiest visuals that I've seen as of late. Especially last year, it was one of the most gorgeous anime to come out, and not just talking about like the opening or the ending. Like even they put so much work into just the most mundane task that Maomao does. Like her just picking stuff up and mixing it to make medicines and stuff. Like you can tell the care that went into animating.
Like if you didn't get it from nothing else, that this show is beautiful. When that girl was sleepwalking, gorgeous.
Yeah, when she was dancing.
Yeah, I was like, you can tell that y'all really cared about this anime because I was like, it's so like just the way the moon was hitting her, and I was like,
it's a gorgeous anime. It almost put me in mind of Violet Evergarden because that's one of the most gorgeous anime I've ever seen. But you get that on a weekly basis with Apothecary Diaries. Like they bring they A game.
I was like, please give them a break so they can keep giving quality like this.
Right, that anime is freaking gorgeous, and then it's like 20-something episodes for one season. I think it's like 23 or 24. Yeah. And they did it all over again in the second season. So it's like, and that quality stays consistent.
That's good.
Over the course of it. But I know you said you watched more than the initial 3, but would you keep watching it?
I'm going to keep watching
season 2?
I'm going to keep watching it.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
So would you recommend this for
watch it. Everybody watch it so I can keep getting more seasons.
They did announce after, because season 2 just finished like yesterday or the day before. They announced that we get to season 3.
Yes. Let's go.
What's your reaction to that?
Hot damn!
Yep.
I would have been surprised if it didn't get a renewal because of how popular it is. Where in the first 3 episodes did you like discover that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this. Was it a moment in the first 3 episodes that hooked you?
Was the first episode when he found out it was her? When he do the note?
Oh, the note test?
Was that the second one?
I think it was the second one.
It was the second one then.
Okay.
It was that.
It was halfway through the.
Yeah, it was that one. But I still liked the first one though, so I was gonna keep going because of how quickly she found out.
It showed her intelligence.
Yeah, because she just walked up and was like, he really don't know. He don't know why.
I be feeling so bad for that doctor because he's just not good at his job.
But you know what I love about him though?
Yeah.
Is that he know she's better than him, and he don't try to like how in other stuff it'd be like, oh yeah, no, I'm the doctor. I'm the one who's gonna do
who
it.
Do you think you are?
You need to report to me. Like he just be like, what do you think?
Like try not to concede because he is the palace doctor. He'd be like, I don't know. What would you think? What would you say is wrong with him or something like that? Like yeah, he's very humble, knowing and acknowledging the fact that he's not him. He
like, can you make this medicine? Like when the dude came in for her burn, she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." He was like, "Can you make it?"
Right. He's the host for her, and she's the doctor, basically. He the receptionist.
But I also love how I love that dynamic because while she is better than him, she's still humble enough to know that this is his position.
Yep.
And so she offers the help, and he's gracious enough to take it instead of being like, oh, nah. Like, I love that dynamic. Is like, it's still a respect thing, and it's an honor thing. Like, I know I'm a guest here, so let me respect and honor you, but also I don't want you hurting people, so let me help you. And I know I'm not good at this. I shouldn't even be in this position.
Right.
Can you please help me?
Right.
So I love that dynamic.
Yeah, the fact that everybody around her knows, like, because the Emperor caught on really quick that Maomao was the one he needed to send to the other concubine to get her taken care of.
Yep.
Like, when the Emperor takes notice of you,
right,
and she be like, bro, I'm just trying to serve my time
she
here.
Like, I'm trying to
so
keep
I
my
can
head.
Go home. Like, I don't want no trouble.
Right.
I don't want no attention. I don't want no eyes on me.
And yet people keep coming to her.
Yeah,
like,
and it's mainly Jinshi fault.
Yep. Like stop telling people. Stop telling people Jinshi.
It's like, he not going to do that, though. because he's so interested in her.
Yep. He's
So
like,
he want her to
I gotta
be the
keep
center
her
of
around.
attention. Yep. He don't want her to finish her stuff yet.
Yep.
Like he trying to make sure she stay around as long as possible.
And you know what? We don't talk about the Emperor enough. Like I know we don't see him a lot,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, he don't show up often.
just the moments that we do see him, you can tell that he cares about his concubines.
Yeah.
And like of course he's not going to see the one who's sick, but the fact that he sent her to care for her, it shows that he's not just like one of them who don't care about him. Like, oh, okay, well, yeah,
Bring me in a new one.
the baby passed. Like, you need to get over it. Da da da. Like, cause he could have did that. Like, if you're not gonna get over it in this time frame, then look, it's a whole bunch of other
Yeah, we
ones.
finna rotate you out.
But he like, yeah, I want her to get better. Can you help her? I mean, of course it's not asking, but that's
Right.
his posture.
Like, you gonna help her.
Like that's his posture. He just has the authority to tell you to do it. But
Right.
he like, can you help her though? Like, I want her to get better. So
Yeah.
and it's just like you can tell he cares about all of them in his own way. So I think it's nice.
Yeah. Because you get a lot of people who be in power and they just abuse it. Mm-hmm. Like, prime example, he could have, like we said, he could have literally just been like, my child gone. So yeah, so were you.
Yeah, like
Get
that
outta
was
here.
my heir.
Yeah.
Yeah, deuces. Like,
If he didn't kill her.
right.
He could just kick her out.
Especially
with all
after
her-
he found out, like, she could have prevented it.
Right.
Like, oh, why you ain't listen like she did?
Yep.
Yeah, get out of here. You're not even smart.
Yep.
But he didn't do that. So he gave her the time. And then once he seen that it wasn't getting better, he was like, okay, I need somebody to help.
Right, because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a good leader.
Yeah.
Because he places value on the servants or the little people.
Yeah.
He can acknowledge the fact that I don't have the knowledge or the abilities necessary to make sure she be all right, but you do, so go do that.
And he also like very strategic. Just from the small that I know why Junshi is there. Mm-hmm. I was like, so you can tell like, while he's compassionate,
Right.
he's also very meticulous and very strategic.
Yeah.
And that's what makes a good leader. So I was just like, I want to give the Emperor his little props from what I've seen, because I don't know if we see him and then he do some crucial stuff.
Right.
But just from what I've seen so far, I'm like, yeah, Emperor needs to
what's
get some
funny,
shine too.
What's funny with like pretty boy characters, like, and I know you would probably be like, what is this? What's going on? Like every time, like when he smile at the women and they immediately get weak in the knees, it's like sparkles around his head. It was like, what are we doing here? And it happens all the time with pretty boy characters. Like, have you ever seen an attractive man and like, oh, it sparkles around you, bro? Like,
Yep.
is it Jason Momoa?
It's Jim Carrey. What would you say Jason Momoa for?
Because you always say Jason Momoa fine.
He is, but Jim Carrey is like peak.
So you see sparkles?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What are you talking about? Fire Marshal Bill?
Okay.
Absolutely.
I should have known that was coming.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What are you talking about? James Carrey? Yes.
All right. We gonna go ahead and move on.
Absolutely.
Alrighty then.
But it's but it's not as often. It's like I don't know. I've never, outside of Jim Carrey, I've never been like, oh.
You haven't swooned?
No.
Because all he do is look at them and they swooning.
They be, oh. They be, no. I'm like, please stand up.
Please. I know your concubine don't want y'all getting dirty on this floor.
Right.
But I mean, I can assume from the merch you
I will be watching this.
and would it be a
10
high
out of,
recommendation?
10 out of 10. Recommend to everybody.
That's high praise, man.
And
Yeah.
probably what you didn't think, I like this better than Solo Leveling first 2 episodes.
Nice.
So all this time has been a couple weeks.
But you thought it wouldn't be
Yeah,
Apothecary Diaries.
I legitimately thought
You was
that
like,
it
it's
would've
gonna
been
be done.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because that was the anime I felt like should have won Anime of the Year.
And you wouldn't
But
know why? You wouldn't know why you thought that?
Why is that?
Because you're garbage. You're Oscar the Grouch. That's why you thought that.
But so
Clearly you don't know me.
So you do agree that Solo Leveling shouldn't have won Anime of the Year then?
No.
So you still think Solo Leveling should have beat
No.
Apothecary Diaries?
No.
So what should have won?
No.
No! God, please, no!
Okay. You gonna keep saying no?
Yes, Apothecary Diary should have won.
I can see that. I can see that. I wouldn't even have been pissed if Apothecary Diary, because I wanted Dada to win just because I like it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you didn't like it, you were still entertained watching it.
Yeah.
But Solo Leveling shouldn't have won.
I agree.
I'm so glad that you agree with that.
You thought it was gonna take 2 more anime to get there?
No, I just thought, and I should have known, Apothecary Diaries might have been the one because you love mysteries.
I do.
You love stuff that got intrigue,
I do.
betrayals, backstabbing,
I do.
plotting, stuff like that.
Criminal
I
minds.
don't know why I didn't think of that. I was looking at it through the lens of what I enjoy when it comes to anime. And I enjoy mysteries too, it's just you a mystery buff.
You
So
gotta know your target audience.
yeah, that's true. That was an oversight on the weed part, man. But hey.
That's why you're not the what?
The what now? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why you're not the man.
I don't know.
The myth.
I don't understand what
Or
that means.
the legend. That's why nobody calls
Those
you
are
that.
all descriptors of me.
That's why nobody calls you that.
You look all 3 of those words up.
That's-
it got my picture in the
No,
dictionary.
it doesn't.
It does.
It does not.
Look it up.
You know what it has? A trash can. So if that's you,
But yeah, I'm glad something dethroned Solo Leveling. Again, I will always concede this. The first 2 episodes of Solo Leveling,
it's peak.
That's peak.
It's
for
peak.
sure. But Apothecary Diaries absolutely blows Solo Leveling out the water.
yeah.
Like,
The fact that I kept watching it
yeah.
past 3 episodes to
It
me,
hasn't been a lot of anime that we've watched and reviewed where you would,
the only one
yeah.
that I know I watched the full thing, and this is solely because I had to know. Did it get better?
You talking about the Lost Village?
Yeah. That's the only one I know. I watched the entire thing,
It was it was not worth it.
and it never got better.
It was not worth it.
And I still find myself getting angry
Yep.
because, one, the moment that the person showed up, I was like, oh, okay, it's her.
Yeah.
And I know I looked at you, I was like, oh, okay, so it's her.
Right.
And
That
you
would
was
have
like,
been
you was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, it gotta be her because this is a they said it. This is a remote place.
Yeah.
Nobody can find it. It's so hard to get here, but yet she walking out the woods.
emerging from the fall.
So I was like, oh, okay, so we got that. It's her. And then the last reveal that it was her dad who was in that car, who the window never came down. They just showed like a silhouette of somebody in the car. I was like, how was we supposed to know?
Yeah.
We never seen him. So that's the only one I remember watching the whole thing through, because the more it went on, the more I was like, what?
It was more what than not.
Yeah, I was like, so, okay, no, this supposed to be like a mystery. So we supposed to solve this. So,
Right.
So clearly it can't be her. I start second guessing myself. I was like, it can't be her because that's too easy.
That's exactly what I thought when I had watched it initially. I was like, it's her. It gotta be, but it can't be because that's way too easy. It was super. They shine a spotlight on her character.
I promised the Bob they did.
Oh man, but yeah, it was not worth. Do not watch Lost Village.
No, watch it.
Share in the suffering.
Share in this suffer. Every bit of suck, you watch it too.
Oh my god.
And I mean watch all, what was it, 10?
No, it was more than that.
Whatever, how many ever it is. Don't you skip to the end.
Yeah, I think it was like 12 or 13
You
episodes.
watch the whole thing. You watch it, okay? And you come back and tell us how much it sucked. And
then
if you
after you
tell
finish
me you
watching it-
liked it, I don't trust you. Don't recommend an anime if you say that you liked it. You're lying. There's a CGI turtle or something in there.
It's like a baby mixed with a turtle mixed with
It's awful.
a stuffed animal or something like that. It's,
And like
it's ridiculous.
I hate punching down on stuff that people created, because as a creative, I get it. Like, this is your baby, you love this, and you put time into it, but the amount of suck.
I'm not sure if that was an anime original or not, because I don't know if it was based off of anything.
Listen,
If it was anime original, it shows.
it needed some more time in the incubator. Because from the plot to the characters to the sound design to the art, it just was not a good product. And it's like, to have Apothecary Diaries and The Lost Village be in the same genre is wild.
Yeah.
Wild, Dante.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
I hear you.
It's where the wild things are. It's crazy.
But if you do go back and watch that train wreck of an anime, cleanse your palates with the Apothecary Diaries. It will be a well-deserved reprieve.
Watch it first. Watch the first 3 episodes first, then watch all
Of the Lost Village?
of the
then
Lost
go
Village,
back to the Apothecary
and
Diaries?
then go back. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta start high, so you can see how low you're getting. So you can see I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause this might sound like I'm joking, but it's so bad.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It's horrible.
Like it's
would not
Michael
recommend
Jackson bad. You feel me? Like
Okay.
it's all right. I'm just saying. Y'all know Ice JJ Fish? It's something about you, girl. Like it's him. Like compared to that, that's a masterpiece.
That's funny.
Like he winning Grammys off that compared to the Lost Village. You feel me? Like it's fine.
But 10 out of 10 for Apothecary Diaries.
Absolutely, everybody go watch
I would
it.
also say it's 10 out of 10. It's a great anime.
You also said Don Don, so we don't
Don
trust
Don
him.
is a 10 out of 10.
We don't trust him.
Don Don
Trust
is
me,
a 10 out of 10.
I have the
don't
better
listen to what you
taste.
say.
I have the better taste of us both.
Okay.
You liked Don Don.
Don Don is amazing.
Garbage.
Get out of here. So next week.
What was that hand? Fluttering?
But yeah, Apothecary Diaries was great though. It was great. Highly recommend it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
And it's easy for a person who doesn't watch anime to get into it.
Yeah,
Because
the anime-isms.
it doesn't feel like you watching the anime.
Yeah. I was like, it doesn't have a lot of the anime isms and anime tropes that
Yeah,
mainstream
it's not
anime has.
bizarre.
Yeah. It don't have a lot of.
It's very rooted.
Now I will say the chibi versions where she get like
That's
small.
cute, yeah.
Yeah, those moments.
But if
be
you
cute.
watch Fairly Odd Parents,
yeah, it's not too
you know,
jarring of a.
if you watch SpongeBob, then you should be okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's one of the more easily recommendable anime that came out, especially recently. But what was that?
I started thinking about how Mr. Crocker ears is on his neck.
Is that your ear?
That thing on your neck. Is that your ear?
Yeah. Oh,
That junk is hilarious. Every time I see that, it's just so dumb.
why did he say it like that? Okay, but yeah, definitely recommend to everybody.
Yep, so it has the waifu stamp of approval for Apothecary Diaries.
The Noobs recommends.
Yep. All right. Good to hear. Next week we're gonna be doing for first impressions. We're continuing watching the other candidates that were defeated at the hands of solo leveling. It's gonna be Freerend.
The one that you don't like.
I like Freerend. I just don't remember a lot about it.
You don't remember the plot. You tried to tell me the plot and you didn't even
I
know.
told you the plot. It's Freerend, and it's her journey after her party defeats the Demon Lord, and it's her life after that.
Sure.
Okay.
I feel like you just read that because you've been trying to tell me it forever. When I'd be like, "What is it even about?"
Yeah, I be forgetting sometimes.
So it's
I just be blanking.
It's
Getting put on the spot. You just blank sometimes.
It's not
All right?
memorable.
All right, bro. It is memorable.
You don't really remember the characters.
I remember the characters. I just with the anime quizzes we do,
You
they
don't
be
like it.
It's fine. It's fine.
You don't like it.
It's
Just
not my favorite anime.
just
I'll say
be
that.
truthful.
I'll say that.
Just be truthful. You don't like it.
I like it.
No,
Don't
you-
listen to her.
You're garbage. 'Cause
Go
you're
watch the
lying.
first 3 episodes of Freerun.
of the anime he doesn't like.
I don't like it as much as other anime, but I do like it.
But you be talking about it like you like it. You be telling me
It's enjoyable.
you're
enough
gonna
anime.
love Freeman. You're gonna love Freeman.
You're not gonna like it more than Apothecary Diaries.
You don't even like it.
It's just not my favorite.
Have you ever, viewer out there in TV land, have you ever recommended a show and be like, yeah, I don't remember nothing about it. Yeah,
It's not nothing about it. It's just I don't
It's-
remember specifics.
it's not that memorable, but you gonna love it.
That is wild, though, ain't it? But that's what we watching next week. We gonna see how many episodes she does. So just watch the first 3. It's on Crunchyroll, Netflix, I think Hulu for those in the States. You should be able to watch it on either one of those 3. First 1 to 3 episodes should work. That way y'all can be
Be a
winner
part of
the
this
conversation.
combo.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Tell
So
us
we
what
can-
you think.
Yeah.
Did you watch Apothecary Diaries? Did you like it? If you didn't, me and Maomao gonna get you.
But yeah, let us know in the comments what y'all thought about Apothecary Diaries if you did watch the first 3 episodes or more, because she definitely watched more. But yeah, let us know what you thought about it. If you didn't like it, let us know why your taste is trash. But next week, join us for Free Run.
And tell us why you also think that this is not memorable when you watch it. Thanks for coming, guys. It's been a blast.
Oh man, until next time though, stay weird, watch anime.
Or don't.
Or do.
Or don't.
Or do.
Or don't and say that it's memorable.